We are live at California Speedway in Fontana as the Winston Cup season continues with the 10th event of 1998. It's the California 500. Going into this event, Rusty Wallace maintains a 36-point lead on his teammate Jeremy Mayfield. First 5 separated by 73 points, and 6 through 10 is separated by 70 points.
Dale Jarrett has fought his way forward from the back pits, from the back of the pack. This weekend, he must fight back from a severe bout with the flu and a qualifying crash. Friday, 1 lap in round 1 to lock up a starting spot, but Jarrett's car slipped and slammed the wall. So now Dale must battle back again in a backup car from back in 36th spot.
Has his first pole of 1998. And starting alongside of him will be Jeremy Mayfield, the pole winner at Texas. Row number 2, Mark Martin, a 2-time winner this season. And Rusty Wallace, 5 top 5s in 98 in the points lead. The third row, Johnny Benson, his best start of 98, and Joe Nemechek, who was on the pole for this race last year. The fourth row, Bobby Labonte, last week's winner at Talladega, and Ward Burton, his first top 10 of 98 was last week. The fifth row, Terry Labonte, second last year here in this race, and Morgan Shepherd, his second straight top 10 qualifying performance in 2 different cars. And we look through now the rest of the field, and we've already talked about how wide this racetrack is, just like Michigan. And we mentioned yesterday during the Winston West race and during happy hour that the groove, it seems like, is wider this year than last year. We have had some rain, however, overnight, so it may be a pretty green racetrack that these drivers face today.
I think it will be, Bob. I think the first few laps of the race, the groove will be fairly narrow. And you see why the front stretch is longer than the back stretch, because of the D shape. And right now, these teams caught a tough break in the fact that the wind is blowing behind them down this front stretch. So they'll be turning a lot of RPMs when you get down to turn 1. Some of them may be turning a few too many.
That is the fastest part of the racetrack, is going into turn 1.
The track is 75 feet wide, and you see the field divided into 2s. Look at Dale Jarrett back here in the 8th row, and the other drivers that took provisionals, including Brett Bodine and Michael Waltrip. Randy LaJoy, who's had real great success this year, as a provisional. Wally Dallenbach will drive the car normally assigned to Todd Bodine. And look who starts scratch on the field, Dale Earnhardt, with the previous champion's provisional, has the 43rd starting spot.
Yesterday he was good in happy hour, Bob. His car was good in that practice, so we'll look for him to come up through the field.
4 drivers were here, failed to qualify for the race, including Hut Strickland, Tony Raines, Dave Marcus, who was given the award the Ironman award at the big gala celebration last Friday night, and also Rich Bickle failed to make turns 3 and 4. The pace car off the racetrack.
They're waiting. They're waiting. Gotta hold back. The green flag.
Waltrip on the inside of Morgan Shepherd. They're 3 wide. Elliott on the outside, and man, Elliott getting put up. If there was any loose stuff, he would be on Morgan Shepherd. Is almost losing it.
Slides way high on the racetrack, gets out of the groove, but miraculously keeps from spinning the car, but loses several positions before he can get back in the throttle. There's 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Let's take a look at a couple of other drivers that started in the back of the field. There's a car smoking. That's Jarrett. We're checking on
Oh, look at the smoke, Alec. It looks like the engine has gone away.
A big crash up in turn 2. Just a big crash.
Must be oil from the
And Elliott Elliott is involved again, and the car has flame coming from it. Wow, 2 weekends in a row, a terrible crash for Bill Elliott.
Oh, that's too bad.
And a couple of
once
other...
these cars will slow down, they are now. All the cars are by, so
we see him moving around in the cockpit. It's like
bad news, it's also burning in the back.
Yep.
Some of the fires moved to the back.
We have a couple of other cars involved. Kyle Petty has a badly damaged race car in the middle of the track. Bill is still not out of that car, but the safety crew is there.
Thank goodness for that. We see the fluid coming down the racetrack, and it's I guess it's gasoline. It certainly appears to be.
It's oil or gasoline one, because the fire is following as it comes out. Of course, they're about to get it out there now. There comes.
He said, "Don't hold my chest too tight," he said.
Yeah. It's sore.
Yeah.
From last week.
The guy wanted to grab around him and pull him out of the car, and Bill said, "Wait a minute." Now they're making a little bit of a mess down there on the racetrack.
Well, they are, and they're having a heck of a time getting all the fire to extinguish. The red flag has been thrown. All right, let's take a look. If we noticed smoke at the start-finish line, by the time he got to turn 1, it was really coming out.
That's the time he backs off, going in the corner. And now he does not spin. I mean, he does not get any oil under his car, but obviously he put some oil on the racetrack. Either that or someone gets tagged from behind.
Here you see the smoke and the cars deciding what to do. Elliott, he guts up again on his side like Talladega.
And that's Earnhardt that's spinning.
Earnhardt did spin.
Wow, from Bill Elliott's onboard camera.
Now, he was not far behind Dale Jarrett. Dale had just passed him about 7 or 8 laps ago, and there he sees that smoke.
See, Kyle Petty spun in the oil or whatever and goes up and hits Elliott. Elliott was really okay till Kyle came along.
Camera now. He got below the oil, but you can see to his right Dale Earnhardt sliding up. And Elliott walks down the banking to the ambulance.
Jimmy Spencer quietly working his way in the top 10 today, and he's one of the about 5 cars that we've seen come on pit road who can make it with just one more stop. They'll go to the right side. They made an air pressure adjustment, and there's a spin on the racetrack. Is the caution coming out? Not yet. Spencer's down and away. Now the caution is out.
There you go. All right, you're clear.
It will necessitate a caution because Dick Trickle's car is up high on the banking.
Didn't hurt anybody, I don't think. I don't think it hurt anybody, Ned.
I don't think so either. The big winner out of this thing, Bobby Labonte, had he pitted? Did we see him pit? Well, maybe he did. Okay, he did.
One more stop, and we know that the 6 can go, the 26 can't.
And you see that damage to the right side of Johnny Benson's car? He got up, he stopped on the front stretch. NASCAR stopped he and Mark Martin because those guys had basically gotten a lap on the field. So they stopped him and let the field come back around and put them in position. He goes up there. He and Spencer started kind of jostling for that top position. Benson thought he should have been leading the race. He goes up. They made contact, and that's where he got the damage to the right side of the car was on the caution plate. Quickly, folks, this is exactly what I was talking about a moment ago with Johnny Benson and 23 Spencer. Benson goes up, and boom, there's where the damage came to the right side of Benson's car. Green flag.
And Mark Martin is the leader now. Jared, what's the problem?
He said right side tire for Joe Nemechek, and the Bell South crew goes scrambling back over the wall. If he didn't have any bad luck, he wouldn't have any luck at all. Joe Nemechek bringing the car down pit road. They're going to get a pry bar in case the car is completely on the ground. It's on the inner liner, we are told, as he comes down, and a crash on the racetrack.
Up in turn number 2, Derek Cope against the wall. And the caution is coming out again.
And Nemechek is going to go right on through the pits, wisely so, and that'll let him stay on the lead lap.
And here comes Musgrave, get a lap back. Mark Martin backed up now. His Benson's going to back off. Yes, he is, which lets Musgrave get that lap back.
We have the shot from the Pennzoil copter cam.
Right in the middle of the screen. Never see him on the outside, and he gets up too high, gets in the loose stuff, and just loses the back end, goes in, bam, slams that with the left side.
Morgan Shepherd's onboard camera. Joy in trouble here in the tri-oval area. The car down in the grass.
Caution is out.
So.
Well, that takes away all the suspense as far as anybody's fuel is concerned, because they'll be able to come in now, and it wipes out that good for his in-car. See, there it is.
Sterling Marlin. Johnny Benson.
And DW's under the 97 car. Chad Little trying to take the spot away. Can't do it. He closes in behind the lap car of Robert Presley.
Darrell Waltrip had his best finish of 1998 last weekend at Talladega. He was 15th and is right now having his best race of 98. Last time he had a top 10 finish was at Pocono last June. Darrell Waltrip. And he's feeling racy, isn't he?
A good race car today and has driven it well.
Michael Waltrip rushed the wall in turn 4.
Slow down, Michael. Best thing, you don't want to go down turn 1 and that right front tire will be flat.
He was one of those 20 cars on the lead lap.
Here it is again.
There we see him coming off the corner. Just gets a little bit too high. Probably picked up a push. Got that loose stuff and hit the wall pretty doggone hard. Hey, hit it again. Yep.
Whoa, 3 wide down the backstretch as Gordon tries to find his way to the front again.
That should put him in about 8th or 9th spot.
8th spot for Jeff Gordon. He's on the move. But we only have 29 laps to go. Schrader up 1 if points were awarded right now.
And we got a crash.
Big man, several cars involved coming out of turn number 4. And it involved the group of cars that we were watching race. Ken Schrader, Sterling Marlin, Jimmy Spencer, John Andretti. Jerry Nadeau also involved.
Steve Grissom is also involved. We see him up high. See what happened. There we see Spencer. Is that Ward Burton on the inside? As Ward Burton comes up, and we see Spencer just touch the 41 car. Around he goes. Spencer nails the left front. These other cars just nowhere to go.
Wow.
Musgrave had nowhere to go. Ran in the side of the 33 car.
About 5 of those drivers were on the lead lap.
Once again, never see Ward Burton. Now Spencer comes off the corner, just touches the 41 car, just enough to spin him. The 26 car, Benson just barely misses that wreck.
Yeah, he's got to look up in his rearview mirror and say, man,
Yep.
got through that okay.
Looked like Ted Musgrave may have gotten up on 2 wheels here. Take a look at it again. There's the contact.
But watch Musgrave. There he is. Yeah, he did get up on 2 wheels because the left side sparked when it drug the racetrack. John Andretti, victim. Sterling Marlin, I don't know that Sterling hit anything.
It's Kenny Irwin running in 17th position to the inside of Mark Martin. 16 cars on the lead lap as we go back to racing. It's a 16-lap shootout, and Rusty Wallace comes on to challenge Mark Martin.
He dove to the inside. I thought he was going to take a look. Now, as he comes off the corner, Mark pulls away from about a car length, but Rusty Wallace is right there.
This thing is not over. Mark has had a good car all afternoon, but so has Rusty. And don't count out Mayfield or Terry Labonte.
They're 3rd and 4th. Jeff Bodine is still 5th, right on Labonte's back bumper.
It's a Penske afternoon. We're competing at Rogers' beautiful facility here in California, and his cars are running in second and third position.
If they get to racing each other, Mark Martin would love to look up in his rearview mirror and see them running side by side.
Rusty Wallace started the season with 5 straight top 5s. He has not had a top 5 in the last 4 races. Oh, the 1 and the 3. Waltrip and Earnhardt get close.
He's driving Earnhardt's car, that one. Here comes Jeff Gordon trying to get on the inside of Earnhardt. 3 wide. That's for 8th spot. Darrell's in 7th.
Darrell's just going to come out ahead in that whole deal. Well, that's a good way to impress your boss out running. Yeah.
And we see Gordon come off the corner. He gets a good bite, but not enough to squeeze up in front of Dale Earnhardt. Now Earnhardt's really coming back on the straightaway.
Every position on the racetrack means points. Jeff Gordon up 1 position to 4th place in the point standings. Mark Martin up 1 at the moment.
And if he can pass Dale Earnhardt, that's 4 more points that he would earn.
Earnhardt has moved up a couple of spots in the points. They were awarded right now.
Mark Martin has pulled out to about a half-second lead on Russell. Here comes Jeff Gordon. Once again, he's got that run. Meanwhile, in front of him, Darrell Waltrip has closed in on Chad Little.
And Jeremy Mayfield has taken second from Rusty, and appears as Rusty is slowing down.
Yes, he does seem to be slowing now. I don't know. Let's see. Has he lost a cylinder? Because it looks like he has knocked the power off the straightaway.
He loses 3rd position to Terry Labonte. Something's wrong.
I would say that he has lost a cylinder.
Wow.
Meanwhile, behind him, Chad Little, Jeff Bodine battling. Rusty Wallace. Never see Chad Little goes by, takes that spot. That's 5th.
Chad Little having a great run. He finished 2nd at Texas earlier this year. Here's Bill Weber.
The Miller crew tells me they have lost a cylinder in Rusty's Ford, so that will obviously hinder him down the stretch here.
Oh, sure will. Meanwhile, the question now is, can Jeremy Mayfield reduce the interval between himself and Mark Martin, which is 84 hundredths of a second at the moment, and win his first NASCAR Winston Cup race?
Well, he lost 9 hundredths of a second on that last lap, Bob. He was 75 hundredths of a second behind on the lap before. It looks like he's really getting off the turn 2. He's trying, and Rusty just losing positions. BW picks up another position. Now he's trying to pick up another one, but going by Jeff Bodine.
Boy, this would put him in 5th place, and Waltrip does it.
Well,
not yet.
Back off. Didn't have the line going in. Now he gets that acceleration, comes off the turn. He does take the position.
Jeff Gordon, he will move into 6th spot if he can get by Jeff Bodine.
Ooh, those cars get very close here in the tri-oval.
Yeah, they do.
Gordon takes away the spot. He's up to 6th now.
Meanwhile, Mark Martin gained another 5 hundredths or 6 hundredths of a second on Jeremy Mayfield. Jeremy is going backwards instead of forwards right now.
9.5 laps to go. There's the interval between 1st and 2nd. Almost a full second last time around. Mark Martin with the advantage over Jeremy Mayfield. There is Labonte. There is Little. There is Darrell Waltrip and Jeff Gordon.
And Ernie Irvin coming back up through there pretty good. He made a pit stop on that caution and was the last car, next to the last car on the lead lap, and now he's back up to 11th.
Now Jeff Gordon begins to put some heat on Waltrip for that 5th spot. As of right now, Jeremy Mayfield is in the points lead for the first time in his career. And he also could be on his way to his best finish in a NASCAR Winston Cup race. Here is Gordon, and looks like he's taken over 5th spot from Darrell Waltrip.
Blown. He's in the pits. Lots of smoke coming from the car.
Yep. Boy, this is going to really hurt Rusty Wallace.
That's a tough break.
Yes, it is.
That close to the end.
Yep.
Yeah, it's one thing like Dale Jarrett did early in the race. Of course, now, you know, DJ's going to finish 41st in the race, but then you go this long and, you know, you got a top 5 in sight, and then that's tough to swallow, but that's part of racing.
That's it. Now Jeff Gordon challenging Chad Little for that 4th position. He's right on his rear spoiler.
7 laps to go. Oh, we see Chad gets a little loose.
Yes.
And when he gets loose, Gordon just turned under him.
Yeah, Jeff got him a little bit loose. He stuck the bumper of that Chevrolet right up under the back of that Ford, and he knows how to do that. Got him loose.
Now Darrell Waltrip closes in on Chad.
Here comes DW. Still going to have him in the top 5, looks like.
He's trying. Little not giving the position away. Now he'll have to as Waltrip goes into 5th. Battle rages down the backstretch. Benson and Jeff Bodine are side by side, and the white flag is coming out for Mark Martin. One more lap to go for Mark. It's now a little over a second advantage that he has over Jeremy Mayfield. But again, Mayfield having his best race ever in NASCAR Winston Cup competition. His best career finish 3rd twice here in 1998 at Daytona and at Atlanta. He's running 2nd right now, and Mark Martin is at the end of the backstretch on the final lap. Mark Martin as the car in turns 3 and 4 looking for his 25th career win. He started in 3rd position this afternoon, comes home 1st and wins the 2nd California 500. His 3rd victory of 1998. Let's watch this battle to the line.
Benson and Bodine down to the line, and it's going to be Bodine.
It was close, but I believe Bodine got him just by a nose, a short nose.